Hello and welcome to episode 13 of Local to Global as TNA Wrestling in the mod Here Comes the Money 2001. Based off of last time, we are sitting at just under $3,500. Our size is 24420011. That's the main one we're shooting for. 1 and 1 in the United States. We do have a little bit in Mexico, probably the northern provinces, and nothing anywhere else. So, with that having been the case, we look at our merchandise. We aren't going up, mainly because if we do, we're going to start incurring some money. We could feasibly, actually, on a not too out of pocket, we do have the money. We could support going up another merchandise level as a result of the gains that we have made. That would increase our money per fan by 2.5 times. So if we have 100 people show up right now, we'll only get about $100. We'll get 250, which might be nice, and then a little bit more popularity per popularity point. So that might be something we look to do. If we go conservative, it'll only cost us 35 per week, and that'll take us 40 weeks. We could also go with normal, and that'll take only about 20. Or we could just go rapid and try to get it done in 10 weeks. That is a little more than I want to do. I will go conservative. So we're going to start moving up. We should be making money. We have a nice little nest egg here. And on a somber note, we arrive on the day of the show with a couple of things going on. MCW went bankrupt. That's Memphis Championship Wrestling, which unfortunately for them, I think they actually had gotten up to... They won an award, if I remember right. They finally hit the 3-year maximum, I'm assuming. They were in the red. AJ Styles is now ripped, as if he couldn't improve on himself any better. Dear God, that's a ton of money to be paying per month, but I digress. So now you can see it's like it costs us $4,500 for him to come and sign an exclusive deal with us, which we can't even do yet because we're not high enough of a popularity cap for that. Ron Killing signed a one-night thing with Ring of Honor, and HWA, which is Heartland Wrestling Association, based in the Great Lakes, has a opening and an ownership position opening up because Les Thatcher died. So rest in peace, Les Thatcher. 106 people. That's fine. Booking team meeting. I'll deal with that later. Low-Key provoked Mikey Henderson into a huge heated argument as his employer now didn't know how to deal with Low-Key. We're going to fine him. Simon Diamond trained his guys. Jay Lethal has been getting ribbed a little because of how much he has started being influenced by Chris Hero, even taking on some of his mannerisms. That's fair enough. Mikey Henderson was not happy with Colt Cabana because of his role as being the morale officer. Same thing with CM Punk. Elite Skipper and AJ Styles are getting along well in the backstage. Michael Shane and Frankie Kazarian are getting along pretty well, too. Alright, that's fair. Here we are at the beginning of weekly event number 33 in front of 107 people. We start out with a wrestling match, a legitimate wrestling match, between Jazz and Alexis Lurie, in which Jazz defeats Alexis Lurie in just under 6.5 minutes with the STF. This match is designed to tell a story, essentially just being the storytelling match of the show. I'm actually quite happy about this. Women's wrestling is going to be more traditional as opposed to just being about eye candy. Next match up is actually going to be the TNA World Heavyweight title rematch between John Cena and Monty Brown. John Cena comes out and he talks about being essentially screwed out of the title. He never lost the title. As a result, in his mind, this is really the test for Monty Brown. Can he actually beat the guy who had the title beforehand? No interferences, no nothing. Monty Brown is not worried about it at all. He doesn't sweat John Cena, and when we get to the match, that turns out to be the case. Monty Brown defeats John Cena with a powerbomb, defending the TNA World Heavyweight Championship. And John Cena is officially beaten for the first time in a long while. Monty Brown, easily top guy in the company right now. We then move on to crown the new TNA Tag Team Champions. I have made a Tag Team Championship now. It is the Culture Club, the team of Jason Cross and Paul London, versus the Machine Guns, the team of Michael Shane and Frankie Kazarian. Pretty good all-around performance from all four of those guys. The Culture Club ends up winning it when Paul London pins Michael Shane with a shooting star press. The Culture Club win the TNA Tag Team Championships. We then go on to the penultimate angle of the show. We have AJ Styles come out, cut the exact same promo he's had for about a year now. This time, the one who answers the challenge is Low Key Who. Cuts Styles off, and they get into a tussle, a 58. AJ Styles defeats Low Key with a spiral tap, defending the title for the 12th time. 71, that is one hell of a match. And we end the show off with a 55 show rating. I don't think you could have asked for much better. Bring him in, get AJ Styles up onto there. Good job. And you know what? Let's get Jason Cross in here too, because Jason Cross carried that tag match. He had a 56. Everyone else is in the mid-40s. Keep Styles happy. We lost $119. That's not incredibly bad. And there we go. We're up to 12. That's what I wanted to see. The only thing happened was Bob Sapp is training for his upcoming MMA fight, so he's going to be gone for 5 months. I do have him on contract. I don't plan on using him, but he's there. We made $435. Oh, that's not good for our sponsorship money. God, if we had a good economy, we'd have like a couple thousand more dollars easily. Nigel McGuinness? That is not a good picture for Nigel. Can you even see that? Yeah, oh yeah, you can see that. Yeah, that's a horrible picture for Nigel. 68 technical. How much? You're based in the Great Lake. How much money would I have to pay you? And well, come on down, Nigel McGuinness. I don't have to pay you any extra money for travel. Oh, don't mind if I do. Nigel McGuinness is a legitimately good wrestler, so that's actually nice to see. Oh, they do have John. John's there. You've had the belt for 413 days. Loki never held the title? I thought I gave it to him, man. My memory sucks. I thought he had it. But he's had the title for 413 days. Sweet Lord. How's the prestige? Yeah, he's drugged the prestige up because he's just been putting on banger match after banger match. Here you have Monty Brown. Oh, that title's actually gone up. And how about the tag title? That one's still at 15, I suppose. Yeah, I can't really go up. Only had the one match. It was the inaugural match for the thing. Here we are at the beginning of weekly event number 34 in front of the exact same crowd, or at least the same number of people as the previous crowd. To start off the match, we have a non-title match between Elix Skipper and the current NWA World Heavyweight Champion, Ron Killings, in which Elix Skipper defeats Ron Killings in just over 13 minutes with an overdrive. If you look at the wrestling ability, the in-ring performances, Elix Skipper easily beat Ron Killings by 15 points. Starting off the show with a pretty good match rating. We then head off into the next angle, which is Chris Hero cutting a promo on Monty Brown. They're going to have a non-title match here tonight. Chris Hero says, I believe that I am better than you. I'll prove that I'm better than you. If it weren't for the fact that at the pay-per-view you pinned Michael Shane, you wouldn't have been able to beat me. You may have beat John Cena last week. You may have pinned Michael Shane, but you have not yet beaten me, and you will not beat me tonight. Uh-oh, Monty Brown beat him tonight. Now Monty Brown has beaten all three, or at least pinned all three, of the individuals that he faced at the Fatal 4-Way match at Against All Odds. So now Monty Brown is even higher up than he was before. Clean victory over Chris Hero, clean victory over John Cena. Maybe not a clean victory. I mean, he pinned him clean. There wasn't any interference or anything, but it was a Fatal 4-Way. So it is kind of hard to say he legitimately 100% straight up beat Michael Shane, but he did pin all three of them now. So Monty Brown is easily up there. This was even for the title. We then go off into the next angle, which is for the main event. And would you look at this? It's AJ Styles. He's coming out. He's had that belt for like 15 months now. He comes out. He cuts the same promo. If anybody in the back wants to come out and wrestle, come on down. And out comes the aforementioned Michael Shane. He comes down and he's like, hey, I haven't been booked since the pay-per-view. I want a shot at your title. I'm going to take the shot at your title. I'm going to beat you, end your reign, and I'm going to begin my ascent back up to the main event scene. We have the match begin, and AJ Styles defeats Michael Shane in 18 and a half minutes by a spiral tap after Monty Brown came in and interfered. What happened was they had a pretty decent back and forth match, and at about 17 minutes, the referee takes a bump. Styles gets low blowed by Michael Shane. Michael Shane hits him with a super kick, and while he's trying to revive the ref, in comes Monty Brown and pounces him right off into the ropes. At which point he pulls Michael Shane into the center of the ring. He bails out, and Styles slowly climbs up, hits him with the spiral tap to win the match. That is for what happened a couple of weeks earlier, the previous year, a couple of months earlier, when Monty Brown had a shot and Michael Shane was one of the people that interfered on him to prevent him from becoming a double champion. So this is the just desserts. You know, you screwed me over from when I probably should have won that title. I'm going to make sure you don't win it either. And AJ Styles defends it for the 13th time. And after the match, Styles wins, hits the spiral tap, 1, 2, 3, retains the title. Monty Brown comes back in here and starts attacking Michael Shane. At which point, AJ takes the opportunity to attack Monty Brown. They get into a tussle, which AJ Styles is able to use his athleticism to get out of the way of the pounce and drop kicks Monty Brown right out of the ring. And they have a confrontation while Michael Shane is in the background selling his injury. And that is how we end the show. A 49 match rating. Show rating. I'm happy about that. As always, you got to make him happy. Can't let him leave. He must stay. God, who else did we use that had a good match? I mean, Chris Hero carried that match with Monty Brown. And Elix Skipper had a 50-something. So I'm going to give the other one to Elix Skipper. Just keep making AJ happy. We lost $180. That's because Ron Killings and Elix Skipper are worth a ton of money. We didn't go up anywhere. But we're slowly chipping away at it. Hi, Sean. How you doing, buddy? How is life treating you over in New Japan? Actually, speaking of New Japan, he wrestled for the heavyweight tag team titles and lost. You know, the further we get in here, the more I look at this number and I realize that maybe we can't afford to spend extra money on upping our merchandise because we just do not have the amount of money necessary for that. We did before, but God, that has just been falling down. I've also not been booking smart. I've been, we're spending $140 on the merchandising stuff, bringing that up. I've been spending more money on workers when I probably don't need to. I mean, I have the ability to book longer matches now. I should be using it more. But I look at it and go, I want to book a fun show. I gotta resist that urge. I gotta continue to make money because we're going to be incurring a little bit more of a running penalty. We have a little bit of finances to, stymie some of that, but we got to be a little bit more smart about what we're going to do because essentially the ticket sales are going to pay off for our merchandising from here on out. Now what we need is the sponsorship and the merchandise to pay off everything else. So far, that doesn't appear like it's going to be accurate. That having been said, though, it's time to move on to the next show, and we'll see how things, are shaping up at around that point. Another month, really, where we get to the day of the show, and there's just nothing important really going on. No one's getting the day off. 107 people, as you can see, the economy is still falling, the wrestling industry is still falling. There's really nothing we can do about that. Oh, God, in Canada, things are going back. 67 fans. 70 fans. Oh. We're doing a Canada show. No, we don't got no. We barely have money to run in America. We're not going to do an international show. But okay, that is new. Canada's going up. Britain's going up. Japan's going up. Europe has a weird thing going on. The economy's going up, but the industry's going down. Same thing for Australia. Mexico, everything's falling, and America, of course, everything's fallen. So that is just not great. More booking show stuff. Loki has gotten into a lot of heat with the locker room. Find him money. Hey, Amazing Red. Did that say they were dating? I looked over that and it never clicked in my mind. And here we are at the start of weekly event number 35. We actually gained a person from the last show. CM Punk defeats Aaron Stevens to start out the show. A 31 in-ring rating. Aaron Stevens is rusty, but we'll get away as soon as he gets more matches under his belt. A 38. I'm not quite sure how that shakes out. Maybe, half of that plus that. 38, I suppose, maybe. We go to the monthly X Division Open Challenge promo. Colt Cabana comes out, answers the call. They're going to go ahead and they're going to have a match. Oh, that's a better match than I thought they were going to be possible for. AJ Styles defeats Colt Cabana in 21 minutes, probably the longest match in company history. Wins with the spiral tap, defends the title for the 14th time. Carries that match pretty well. The creative finish also helped. It was too long to keep the all-out pace going. Now we go on to the next match, Monty Brown versus Air Paris. Paris is just here to, have a match. Monty Brown is going to come out. He's going to have a match. He's going to entertain the fans. He's going to, put himself out there. He's not going to slink off to the background like Jeff Jarrett. Pot shot there. And he's going to not necessarily defend the title, but he's going to wrestle every month, every show that they have. So he's like, all right, well, I'm going to come out here and I'm going to pick Air Paris. So Air Paris comes out for the match, and Monty Brown is pretty much toying with him pretty much the entire match until Michael Shane comes in, attacks Monty Brown. The match gets thrown out. Air Paris getting disqualified, even though he didn't really do anything to warrant that. However, after that, Michael Shane runs off to the front of the top of the stage. Air Paris powders out. Then you have Monty Brown in the ring, Michael Shane at the top of the ramp, and Michael Shane essentially says, "You beat me in a fatal four-way match. All right, well, take me on next week or next month, and I'll show you that was not me at my best, and I'll be able to beat you." And Monty Brown goes, "Sure, non-title though." It is 39, the weaker of the shows that we've done, but that's fine. I wasn't expecting anything truly fantastic. That was kind of a bridge show. Not a lot going on in the X Division, just a match with Colt Cabana, and that is a transitionary match in that storyline with Monty Brown and the World Heavyweight title scene. No John Cena, no Chris Hero. Focusing on that. We will have a John Cena match on the next show, and depending on how quickly this has gone on, we could probably do one more and fit one more in this episode. The first episode where we do 4 shows instead of just 3. Who else am I going to give that to? Let's go CM Punk. Just continue making him very happy and make sure he doesn't want to leave. We actually made money on that show. I'll take it. Popularity, nothing anywhere else. All right, and now we'll move over. Hey, I just signed you, Nigel. How you doing? Randy Orton. Oh, WCW is partnering with OVW and sending their developmental workers there. Well, okay, Scott Steiner is mad. He's leaving. They're not renewing his contract. He is so much money I can't even afford to pay him. And now we're going to skip ahead to the end of the month, and we're going to see just how much money we made. All right, so we got to the end of March and into the beginning of April, and we got literally one email. Nothing of very much note. It was just Nick Mondo being available. So Eric Watts won the NWA World Heavyweight title. Okay. Nepotism is a thing. And Mikey Henderson's now dating someone outside of the industry. Cool. We made $646 last month. And is this going back up? Nope. Still going down. Not happy about that, but now it's time to get into the show. No one's getting it off. Tonight's venue. Oh, 102 people. Oh, what happened? Oh, okay. That's not great. Booking team meeting. I'll worry about that on a different date. Hey, Mikey Henderson entertained the locker room by organizing a poker tournament. Elite Skipper were just being so cheerful and fun to be around. Simon Diamond did his thing. Doug Gilbert, Paul London butted heads and hate each other, and everything else is fine. Let's just do some team bonding. Let's see. Let's see just how bad this is gonna be. Oh, sweet lord. All right, and here we are at the beginning of weekly event number 36, held in front of 102 people. We have John Cena versus Chris Hero to start off the show, and Chris Hero defeats John Cena for the second time and beats him by submission nonetheless. Pretty close in-ring performance, both of them, sitting at about a 48, segment rating of 43. A good way to start open the show. We then move on to the next match, which is... Never mind, I forgot about the promo here. Right after the match is over, Chris Hero pretty much takes a victory lap. I've beaten Cena twice, once by pinfall and again by submission, effectively saying I'm better than him. Out of the 4 times we've fought, I've beat him 3 times. That being said, Cena did beat him once before. Hero is saying he's above John Cena and wants another shot at Monty Brown. We'll see if he gets it or not, but John Cena is effectively falling down the ladder in the World Heavyweight division. We then move on to Michael Shane versus Monty Brown in a non-title match, and Monty Brown does what everybody pretty much expected him to do, which was knock the hell out of Michael Shane, beating him in just over 10 minutes. They actually have pretty good chemistry, so that helps the match quite a lot. Michael Shane helped carry the match along in terms of in-ring rating. And in storyline, Monty Brown then gets up there and he cuts a promo where he calls himself the alpha male of TNA wrestling. He has beaten John Cena. He has beaten Chris Hero. He has beaten Michael Shane. Who else is there in the main event scene to really try to knock him down? Essentially walks out, chest puffed out, thinking he's the best guy in the yard, which technically he is the world champion, so that is technically correct. We then move on to the penultimate angle of the show, and for once, it's not the cookie cutter open challenge promo that we normally get. Instead, Simon Diamond comes out and complains that he hasn't been on the show for a long while, and essentially calls out AJ Styles. Well, we all know you're going to come out here and say the same thing, so how about you just come out and we have a match instead? AJ Styles comes out and obliges, and they go out and they have a 54 match rating, a 74 in-ring rating for Styles. Hell yeah. AJ Styles defeats Simon Diamond in just over 15 minutes with the spiral tap. That is defense number 15 of the TNA X Division Championship. Oh no, he has a gimmick that's getting stale. I gotta try and fix that. A 50 match rating. Hell yes. Give that to him. Let's give Michael Shane some love. Dude isn't getting much. Financial report, we lost $82. That merchandise money right there. We have gained nothing. That's not great. Hi, Bubba. You're just staring into my soul over there. China versus Mick Foley. Okay. We don't have any new mail. And we are sitting at $263 of money. Oh, God, losing all of that revenue sucks. Oh, this is not great. We're going to skip ahead to the end of the month, and we're going to see how things are shaping up. All right, and here we are at the end of April, beginning of May. Booking position. Oh, WCW have made... Oh, my God, there's so much shit here. Jerry Lynn is going to get hired by WCW. I can't say that I'm too surprised. They're paying him $11,000 per show. I can't beat that. HWA now has a position opening, and you might be wondering why, and that's because Jerry Jarrett died. Rest in peace, Jerry. That is definitely not something I was expecting to see. So, that is a very somber moment right there. I don't know where to take that. Oh, Jeff Jarrett's only $2,200 per show. Is that because he's not getting used? His popularity has just fallen? Is that what's going on? I don't know. But regardless, that is a shame. He is now gone. That is very, very sad. So, on a rather somber note, we're going to go ahead and we're going to end the episode. And we're going to see you all again next time.